What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy Jeremy One Sosa, aka Sith Lord Zeke, and here on the Master Duel Meta website, we just got confirmed leaks. So what I wanted to do is just kind of go over some of the cards and kind of just talk about what's gonna be like the next top deck here. We'll see. It looked like we got cybernetic, what is this, cyber eternal. We got some cyber dragon support here, we got some punk support here as well. Let me see, it's not really clicking on the card. Okay, so some of these cards they actually let us like click on. All right, so like this one, no punk ogre dance. The punk support is like really good for your the punk support is really good for your virtual world support. It's good support for virtual world. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so we have here the Destiny Hero Denier. This will be good for your Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer here. This is a crazy card that's coming to the game. We have more punk support. We have the Ice Jade Acti here. So we got some Ice Jade, and we have the Sword Soul Moye coming to the game, as well as the Sword Soul Taye. This is more Ice Jade support. Here we have more Sword Soul Chungjang, along with the Lung Yao. And one of my personal favorite cards, well, I wouldn't say favorite card, but one of my favorite archetypes, at Despia, we have the ad libitum here for that support. So it's good to see that we're actually getting the more recursion cards for Despia here. All right, so moving on, we have the Lord of the Heavenly Prison here. This card is good for searching out trap cards. Let me see. During your main phase, you can activate this effect. This card in your hand becomes revealed until the end of your opponent's turn. While this card is revealed by this effect, set cards on the field cannot be destroyed by card effects. If a set spell and trap card is activated except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. Then if you activated this effect while this card was revealed, you can reveal the set reveal and set one spell and trap, directly from your deck, but banish it during the end phase of the next turn. You can only use one Lord of the Heavenly Prison effect per turn, and only once that turn. So this card could be used to search for Eldritch. They can search like their floodgates and stuff like that. Maybe they want to stop the opponent for a turn until, and as well as thin out the deck to so that they could possibly draw into another floodgate as well. So I mean, this card could be used in Eldritch. I'm not sure if they will use it as a level 10. I believe the Golden Lord himself is a level 10 as well, so I believe you can overlay with this. But yeah, more support for that deck. And then we have more punk here, and we get Incredible Ecclesia. This card here, I'll be playing it myself in Despia. It's mostly used in Sword Soul, but you could I'm definitely playing it in Despia. Mainly for its effect to special summon itself to the field when your opponent controls a monster, and on top of that, it's a good dodge. It could dodge some things, so it could tribute itself, quick effect tribute itself to special summon out a Sword Soul monster or Fallen of Albaz, which is what I'll be doing in Despia. We'll be summoning out Fallen of Albaz to then fusion summon with our opponent's monster as well. So she could be used for that, but mostly she's used for the Sword Soul strategy. And then we have Cybernetic Horizon here. Send 2 dragons and or machine cyber monsters with different attributes to the graveyard. One from your hand and one from your deck. Add one dragon or machine cyber monster from your deck to your hand. And if you do, send one machine cyber fusion monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck the turn you activate this card except machine monsters. You can only activate one Cybernetic Horizon per turn. All right, so that's pretty much not really a restriction for this deck because that's what they're summoning anyways. But yeah, this is more support, more speed for the Cyber Dragon strategy. And then we have here the Sword Soul Emergency, man. So yeah, Sword Soul is a deck that will be taking every deck in the game by storm. Them being able to search the level 9 worm monster. I believe it's a worm dragon, or no, I believe it's a worm. I said worm dragon. It's a worm monster. I'm sorry. It's a worm monster that they can search in. Basically, it has the effect. I think it's called Proto Nemesis or something like that. It has the effect to. Basically, it's another VFD. So you can activate this effect and call that attribute, and your opponent can't special summon monsters with that attribute for the rest until the end of the next turn, I believe. So I believe this is the card that you use to search if this card is banished. You can target one, add one Sword Soul monster from your deck to your hand, or if you single summon a monster, you can add one worm monster instead. Yeah. So this is the card that they'll use to pretty much search that card. So be on the lookout for that. And then we have the Sword Soul Sacred Summit here. Target one Sword Soul monster in your graveyard, and if you control a synchro monster, you can target one worm monster instead, special summon it. So this would be another way to pretty much put that same monster, if you get rid of it, right back on the field. If this card is banished, you could target one Sword Soul monster or worm monster you control, increase or decrease its level by 1 until the end of this turn. You can only use each effect of Sword Soul Sacred Summit once per turn, and then they could actually reduce or increase its level, and then they can synchro summon with it if they can. All right, so here we have the Ursa Arctic Drytron. I don't believe that this is pretty much worth talking about, to be honest. The archetype is not that good. It has a card where they like really draw like 7 cards or something crazy like that, but outside of that, the archetype is just not. It doesn't really do much, all right, so here we have Cyber Dark Realm. All right, this is a pretty good card for Cyber Dragons. I'm sorry. When this card is activated, you can add one Cyber Dark monster from your deck to your hand with a different name from the card in the graveyard. During your main phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon one Cyber Dark monster. You can only use the previous effect of Cyber Dark Realm once per turn. If you equip a monster from your graveyard by the effect of a Cyber Dark monster that activated when it was normal or special summon, you can equip from your opponent's graveyard instead. You can only activate one Cyber Dark Realm per turn. All right, so this I guess this would be like a one of. I'm not really sure. All right, and then we have Cyber Eternal. All right, target one machine, Cyber Fusion monster in your graveyard, return it to the extra deck or special summon it, ignoring its summoning conditions. If a machine Cyber Fusion monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. All right, so they have protection with this card. You could, pretty much dump this in a graveyard with Foolish Burial Goods, and then they'll have pretty much protection. All right, Branded in High Spirits. Kind of glad we're getting this card. This is a card that I really I couldn't wait for. I was just telling some people about this card in chat the other day. So we have Branded in Red here. Target one Despia monster of Fallen of Albast in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Then you can apply the following effect. All right, so fusion summon one level 8 or higher fusion monster from your extra deck. By banishing fusion materials listed on it from your hand or field, but it cannot attack directly this turn. You can only activate one Branded in Red per turn. All right, so this card will allow us to pretty much recover like the comedy or the tragedy from the graveyard, and then we could fusion summon. Let me see, banish fusion materials listed on it. Okay, we can fusion summon by banishing cards from the graveyard as well. So you don't necessarily have to use the card that you add back to the hand. You can just pretty much banish cards from the graveyard. All right, and then we have Ice Jade Cradle here. with the Break of Destiny as well. So heroes getting more support here. Giant Starfall. We have the Sword Soul Research here, more Sword Soul support, and we have the Sword Soul Blackout here. This is a very important card for Sword Soul, for the Sword Soul strategy. They could pretty much pop 2 cards with this, I believe. All right, target one wearing monster you control and 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy them. If this card is banished, you can special summon 1 Sword Soul token. Yeah. And when these cards are banished, when the Sword Soul cards are banished, I believe they get tokens off of them as well. So then we have the Cyberdark Invasion, more Cyber Dragon support, Rebirth Judgment here, and then we have Destiny Hero Destroyer Phoenix. This card here is a game changer. It's going to change the landscape of the game from its release on forward on. Until we get Dragoon. All right, and then we have Masquerade the Blazing Dragon. This is a crazy card for them to bring to the game, but obviously it released with the Brandon Red, I believe. But this is Masquerade the Blazing Dragon, and basically what he does is he can special summon himself back to the field. He can summon himself back to the field, but his main effect is when he's special summoned, fusion summoned from the extra deck, and you could pretty much your opponent, whenever he activates a card, your opponent has to pay 600 life points. That's a cost to him, he or she, whoever you're facing. That's not an effect that activates as if it were Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon or something like that. So yeah, this is not an activated effect. It's a continuous effect, and it's a burn that that your opponent has to pay cost every time that they activate a card. So it's a cost to them. So yeah, this card is nutty. You know, it's a little nutty. If you get two of these bad boys on the field, you can pretty much 1,200 damage every time your opponent activates a card. I mean, the game will be over with by the time they finish their full combo. So yeah, be on the lookout for this. You know, I'll definitely be playing this as well. I'm thinking about throwing the Destroyer Phoenix package in the Despia strategy as well. So. All right, and then we have the Yugioh Punk Risen Corp. All right, so Cyberdark End Dragon we're getting as well with the Sword Soul Grandmaster Qingzhao. All right, so this card is very important, as well as the Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign Cheng Ying to the Sword Soul strategy. So if this card is single summoned, you can add to your hand or banish 1 Sword Soul card from your deck. Quick effect: you can banish 1 Sword Soul card or 1 Worm monster from your hand or graveyard. Then target one other effect monster on the field. Negate its effect until the end of this turn. You can only use 1 Sword Soul Grandmaster Qingzhao effect Qingzhao effect per turn, and only once per turn. I'm sorry, y'all. It's kind of late. I'm kind of sleepy, but anyways, yeah. So this card is it's very powerful because if your opponent, it kind of operates in the same way as who is it? Shoot, I forgot the name of the card. But anyways, it's powerful because you could activate, let's say that you have this card on the field and then you have a set card as well, and then your opponent activates a droplet or something like that, and as well as him, well, let's say he's summoned a monster or whatever, and it has an effect. If he activate droplets, then you can pretty much activate, you could change your card in response to that. And then you can, hold on, wait, no, that didn't work. I'm sorry. This card is something you can add. Quick effect, you can banish 1 sword or monster graveyard and target 1 other effect monster on the field and negate this effect. to the end of this turn. Well, yeah, I mean, you could still do it. You could. So let's say he summon a monster to the field, and then he activates the droplets or whatever like that. He discard from the hand to get ready to non-target negate your monster. If you flip a card, let's say if you flip your back row or whatever like that, you can chain this effect to the back row, the card that you flipped over, and you could target his monster and negate it for the turn. So I mean, it operates in that way. It's not like crazy good, but it's just a small interaction that you could kind of do with this card. All right, and then we have the Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign Shang Ying. For each banished card, this card gains 100 attack and defense. So that's very important because he has another very important effect as well. Monster you all right, so it gains 100 attack and defense, and monster your opponent control lose 100 attack and defense as well. So that's very important. If this card would be destroyed by card effect, you can banish one card from your graveyard instead. If a card is banished except during the damage step, you can banish one card each from both your opponent's field and graveyard. You can only use this effect of Sword Soul Supreme Sovereign. So just imagine trying to get this card off the field and you just cannot do it. But on top of that, your monster lose 100 attack. Your monsters lose 100 attack, as well as him being able to banish cards from the graveyard and banish your monsters. So that is kind of crazy. That's a little nutty. And then they have another one as well that's just not released yet. This is not released yet. He's kind of crazy as well. He has a burn effect. So, and then we have Yugioh Punk Amazing Dragon here. All right, you guys. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over that. So let's kind of go back a little bit and see. I believe that was more here. Okay, so we're getting like a cybernetic, some leak structure deck, cybernetic successor. Duel box here, dual card case. All right, so that's cool. For Cyber Dragon players that's really into Cyber Dragons. Then we have more leaks, new mats, icon, dual field, and more. All right, so these are wallpapers, I guess. That's kind of cool. All right, so for the profile icons here, we have what is it? Spirals. We have Burning Abyss. I forgot the name of this. Unchained. Yeah. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so this one right here is the one I'll be getting. This Albaz right here. Definitely be getting the Albaz. Yeah, the Albaz is really cool to me. Let's see what else we got. Card sleeves here. What is it? Is this Sword Soul? You can't really see it. Yeah, you can't really see it. I don't know. I can't make out this monster. And then we have mates. I'm sorry. I know up before I said mats, but we have mates. All right, so it seemed like the same. Okay, so we got Solomon Great here. What else do we have? We have the Bitron here. We have Baseball. We have Book of Moon. This is Noble Knights. I'm not sure if we had this before. Some of these look like a lot of them that we already had. I can't really make this out. I can't really make that one out. All right. Yeah, you guys. So we get more field parts, so you guys can customize your fields. And it's looking like they're just trying to kind of break off into like the cosmetic, make money making type of deal here. And they're coming out with a lot more cosmetic type of things, so that you can customize your field and stuff like that. That's cool. All right, so I like this one right here. This one is pretty cool. And this one is cool. Yeah, I like this. I like these two right here in the middle. Yeah, definitely like these. All right, and I like this, and I like this. This is pretty cool. This as well. This is cool. So these three, pretty cool. All right, so what else do we have? All right, so we went over that. Went over this. Yeah, So I guess that's pretty much it, you guys. I just wanted to make a quick video, kind of going over some of these guys here. Okay, so this is a new selection pack. Okay, that's what this is. Okay, so this is pretty much everything that we pretty much talked about. This is everything we talked about already. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it, man. I'm just happy to see that Sword Soul is coming to the game along with the Despia support as well. So yeah, you guys, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And yeah, it's your boy Jeremy1 Sosa. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. Still grinding, trying to, hit that 1K, mark. But yeah, you guys, see you guys on the next video, man. It's your boy Jeremy1 Sosa. I'm out. Peace.